Welcome to Kutch time. It is March 26, 2026, and the Detroit Pistons just beat the New Orleans Pelicans 129 to 108, moved to 53 and 20 on the NBA season. The Pistons get a needed bounce back win after an overtime loss to Atlanta yesterday. The Pistons, despite missing Cade Cunningham, had a very nice playmaking night. They had 34 total assists, and Tobias Harris and Jalen Duren both set season highs. Obviously, there's a lot to like tonight. Jalen Duren had one of his best games ever. He was just close of a triple double or 3 assists off. He had 30 points. I believe that's his, I think either sixth or eighth 30-point night of the season, which is very nice for him because I don't think he had 30 points at all going into the season. He also had 10 rebounds. He tied his career high of 7 assists, which he set last year, and then he had 2 blocks and 2 steals. I mean, Duran actually last year did have a nice playmaking touch that he showed on a relatively decent basis. This year he's kind of gone less on ball, less just primary ball handler sometimes, which has lessened his playmaking ability. But today, with how many injuries we had, he needed to take the ball more than he usually does, and he showed the playmaking touch that he still has and he's still very good at. And obviously, this is Jalen Duren's best year. Due to some injuries, he is a potential All NBA player. Um, he was an All Star, deservedly so as well. But I think going his season high was only 5 this season, which he had 7 last season, and we're almost done. So it really his playmaking has kind of taken I want to say a step back from his ability, but has taken a step back from his responsibility. And that's also just because the Stars taking a lot more of a role. Cade stepped up even more, and like a guy like Dennis Jenkins has showed up to be a decent playmaker, and even Tobias Harris has shown his playmaking ability as of recent. But just very good game for Jalen Duren, and obviously needed. Um, because I mean, this game going into the in the fourth quarter, it was a 4-point game, and the Pistons won by 21. So Jalen Duren was needed to get such a big one. Tobias Harris had a nice night, all around night for him. He had 12 points, he had 9 rebounds, and he had a season high of 7 assists. I think he might have tied it. Yeah, I think that's a tie of the season high again. Flirting with a triple double. I don't think Tobias Harris has ever had a triple double. I think his career high. He almost had tied his career high of rebounds. His rebounds career high is 10. But he kind of got nine rebounds, 10 assists, and then I don't think he checked in the fourth quarter at all. Just because didn't really need him. Had some other guys rolling, and by the time he would have been checked in, the game was already over. Uh, Kevin Herter, he's had a nice stretch of games as of recent as he's worked on his role, but today was easily his best game as a Piston. He had a Piston high, not a season high. I think a season high is 23, but a Piston high of 22 points. He shot really well. He shot 9 for 14 from the field, 4 for 7 from three. Three is still the three-point shooting is still something he struggles at on a game by game basis. But tonight was very nice, and he needed to be a shooter tonight because Duncan Robinson was out, and Kevin Herter's really that next guy up from for a primary with asterisks 3-point shooter because Kevin Herter is not a primary 3-point shooter because he shot 7 non-threes, which is something Duncan Robinson doesn't really do. Half of Duncan Robinson's shots will not be 2-pointers or non-threes. That's just how Duncan works. That's just how Duncan functions in the offense. Herter has a little bit different role, but Herter showed the playmaking. He showed the defense tonight. It was his first start as a Piston. I think he's only played about just above 10 games for a Piston. But because of the injuries, he had to step up into that shooting guard role, and he filled it well. He filled it really well. He fit into the offense. He did everything you wanted him to do, and more. I don't think anyone really expected Herter to have a 20 plus point night for a Piston on the Pistons. But tonight came as a surprise, and he was hot and he kept shooting. Pistons kept feeding him, and he really has shown that yes, he has a role and he deserves it. If not, maybe more than he usually has. Davis Jenkins had 19 points, 9 assists. He very nice shooting night from three. I think he was 5 for 7. Very different from last night where he was 1 for 6. Was kind of a decently big reason Pistons lost yesterday because they were abysmal from three, despite Duncan Robinson being 5 for 10. Davis Jenkins was 1 for 6, and then like night and day from Pistons shooting wise. Basically, a lot of guys were shooting a lot better. I mean, Carter was 0 for 2, and now he's 4 for 7. So it's like day and night, despite it being the second day of the back to back, which is usually when guys are more tired. Uh, Sar Thompson, 11 points. He shoots 4 for 4. Guess he could have shot more. Just doesn't. Has 3 steals, uh, and then locked up. What was the defensive stuff? I mean, DeJounte Murray was pretty frustrated when Asar was on him, and rightfully so. I mean, Asar Thompson, Asar Thompson, he's one of the best on-ball defenders in the league, if not the best right now. And I think he definitely has an arguable case for that, because very rare you'll see a guy get past some score on him, at least at a consistent rate. One bad tonight. It wasn't 3-point shooting. Usually when there's one bad, it's a 3-point shooting. Turnovers were pretty bad. 17 turnovers is well above average. 13 is about average, or 12 to 13 is about average for a team in the league. 17 is well above that, and they worked that pace the whole night. I mean, Danish Jacobs had 3. Kevin Huerter had 3. Well, and that's just probably just because Huerter, yes, he's got more used to the Pistons offense, but maybe not in a role as big as he had tonight. So this caused more turnovers. Danis is pretty heavy on his turnovers. That's just how it is. Jalen Duren, more ball handling responsibility within the injuries. He gets 3 turnovers. Sasser and Ron get 2. That's just kind of how it goes. But I mean, they won the game, so it doesn't matter. But 17 against a good team, you'll get punished a lot more than you will against the Pelicans, who are still one of the worst teams in the league. Next game is Saturday, so they do get a rest, obviously, because they had a back-to-back, and you can't play it in a row in the NBA. And Saturday against the T-Wolves at Minnesota will be an extremely hard game. Minnesota is very good. I don't know if Ant's healthy yet. I know he sat the last game the Timberwolves played, so we'll have to see. But if Ant's hurt or not playing, definitely gives a bigger chance for the Pistons to sneak a win there. They play the Timberwolves twice, and both will probably be without Cade, since Cade most likely won't be back till playoffs. But they're able to get that win. It's a very big win. It's one of the 3 hardest games they have left. They have the Timberwolves twice, and they have Thunder, and those are like the 3 hard games that are pretty much you can write off as losses, just because of how those teams are and the players they have. But if Pistons are able to sneak up and one of those wins off, it'll be amazing. If they can do it Saturday, it'll be amazing. It'll be tough though, but hopefully they can. Thank you.